Hello and welcome back to my PPR Tier 3 F1 League Racing series. If you missed the previous episode, before we get into the spoilers, check out the card annotation in the top right hand corner of your screens. And of course, as always, if you want to watch this series live, it is over on my Twitch channel, link in the description, on a Wednesday at 8 PM UK time. But looking at the Drivers' Championship, P4 after the Belgian Grand Prix. We've had a good start to the season, much better than we anticipated, and we're doing a fine job. And in the Constructors as well, we are still in the Constructors fight. 74 points, 85 points as the leader, so 11 points behind at the moment with many rounds still left to go. But now heading to the Italian Grand Prix, the home of the Ferrari boys. Of course, Ferrari not doing too well in the Constructors Championship so far, so they'll be hoping for a better result today. But it is a wet qualifying, which means it's going to be a lot of laps here in Monza as we watch on board with my best lap here in the qualifying session. On lap 5, so we just sort of put a bit of fuel in, just went lap after lap after lap. Get used to how the track felt and how the car felt around here as well. And the track was getting quicker as the session went on. So we were definitely improving, as you can see, already quite a bit up on our previous best lap time, heading through the Curva Grande and then in towards this left-right second chicane. Just missing that sausage curb on the inside of both those corners because it will murder you. It will send you into oblivion. Purple through Sector 1 though. Brilliant, brilliant lap so far as we go through Lesmo 1 and then heading down into Lesmo 2. A little bit of loss there through the left hand, through the right hander, and again through the second one. The brake marker board actually missing, so we lose a little bit of time through that corner, but still on for a very, very good lap. Heading down into Ascari now. Purple Sector 2. We are absolutely flying at this moment in the qualifying session. One more corner left to go. It's the famous Parabolica. If we can hook that up, who knows? Who knows what we could be on for in this qualifying session. Through the final corner now. Tucking it nice and tightly to the right-hand side. Yellow flag, but that won't stop us. We fly down all the way to the start-finish line. What is the time going to be good enough for? It's a 1:28.6, I believe that is, and it's P3 at the moment in qualifying, which is miles ahead of what we dreamed we could do possible in this qualifying session. Down again on our lap time here on lap 6. We're flirting with our best time, but we lose the back end on exit, off the track, lose our front wing, and the tyre falls off as well. Unfortunately, once we went off and we lost that front wing, there was no chance we were going to get back round for one more lap. So the losing of the wheel isn't too bad. But look at that, P3 in qualifying, our best ever qualifying result this season. Shocked by that. We were still 5/10 off of the leaders. However, we'll take it. We'll take the P3. Track position is going to be important, but this is a track where you can also overtake. So we've got to be aware of drivers who might be quicker in the dry race than us. Strategy for today, we're doing an alternate strategy to our teammate. We're in a comms now with our teammate, and we've also got a race engineer called Ruta who is going to be watching over us in this race as well. So Markin going for the medium to soft strategy. We're going to be going for the soft to medium. So we don't hold each other up. We can do different strategies and see what goes on. But 5 red lights here for the Italian Grand Prix. And we are underway, and we've got an absolutely fantastic start. Look at that, with a grippier, softer tyres. We launched past our teammate and we've moved up into second place in this Italian Grand Prix. Go a little bit too deep into the braking zone, tag Davey Lee, and we were actually incredibly lucky not to get any front wing damage, and of course not to unsettle Davey Lee too much so that he'd lose positions and report me and we get a penalty later on the race. So we're going to get away with that one. We're very happy with that. Lap 1 out of 27. Things are looking good so far. Markin in P3 now drops down to P4. We've got Jim Wong hunting us down in P3. He's so much quicker. Of course, he is a championship contender. We are a rookie. We are a rookie this year fighting with the big dogs. And Jim Wong just going to fly past us on the inside. We're not really going to fight him too much because we're focusing on our own race at this point. But disaster as we touch that horrible inside sausage curb, but this just goes to show the pace that we have in this race. We managed to do a 360 for the fans, and we still come out in P4, just showing the gap that the four of us were able to build on the rest of the field. Great driving so far. Lap 8, still in P4. We've got Weasel Albon not too far behind us. He's actually closing in on me, so we decided, Ruta, the engineer, decided to make the call, pit a couple of laps earlier, get that undercut, and then hopefully we can launch ourselves past him. A bit slow coming coming into the pit lane, so probably lost a little bit of time there. We need to work on, slamming on the brakes and just about making it under that margin so we don't get a penalty. But into the pit box, need a good stop by the Red Bull team, 2.5 seconds, very solid from them. Onto the medium tyres now, and this will take us all the way till the end. Lap 11 out of 27, starting lap 12. We've got other drivers into the pits now. Weasel Albon, Borgor, Kane, my old teammate. We're going to fly past Kane there and move ourselves up into 11th in this race. We've got a few drivers still ahead of us, but this is around the time that they're going to start to be coming into the pits. And of course, we've got a lot of drivers who are going to be starting on that alternate strategy with the mediums and then the softs at the end. So a few more drivers coming into pits now, moves us up into P9. But as you can see, not many drivers still on that soft to medium strategy. We've got 256 ahead of us. So I think that's probably one of the last remaining drivers on the soft to medium strategy. Actually going really long in this race, and it looks like what they are doing is, because I've got Weasel Albon not too far behind us, he's doing a great job as a teammate, just backing me up, slowing me down, and not really doing anything illegal, not brake checking me into corners or stuff like that, just making it difficult for me to follow. And this was my best opportunity to overtake. I never really overtake into Ascari. You have to be 100% sure that you're going to get the move done before you get into the corner, because you just lose so much time through here if you go side by side. But thankfully, we got the job done. 256 is behind us, and he did a little bit of a job there holding up Kane, and he should let through his teammate very, very easy. There's been a yellow flag. It looks like Arturo's come together with maybe McNeish ahead or another driver, and unfortunately, a little bit gutting, he manages to regain control of his car just ahead of us. I was hoping to maybe just nick past him. He can hold up Kane, and then maybe we can get a bit more of a gap there to the Ferrari driver, but unfortunately Arturo there just coming out in front of us, and we're going to get the DRS. Same overtake that we did on 256. We have better ERS and of course the DRS as well, and it's going to be an easy overtake down to Ascari, moving ourselves up into P7 now. More drivers coming into the pits. We also have Kane right on our tail, and we're going to go for a little bit of a tactical play here. Okay, we're going to let Kane overtake us because we can see that he is quicker than us at this time, and we're just burning our ERS, just trying to stay ahead of him, burning our ERS and putting ourselves at a disadvantage where he can just really overtake us at the end of the race. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit behind him for a fair few amount of laps and then wait until the end of the race to pounce. But it puts me in a unique situation here that I've never been in before, not wanting to attack the driver ahead but being under pressure from the driver behind. So we've got to make sure that we do not make a single mistake in this race, because Weasel Albon will pounce on us, and it's going to make it even harder to overtake two cars. Overtaking one at the end of the race, playing this tactical game, that can work. We're up to P5 now as other drivers come into the pits, but overtaking two drivers is going to be incredibly difficult. Lap 24, and we've got the call from our race engineer. This is the lap to go for it. We've got ERS, we've got ERS in abundance at the moment, DRS open as well, and we're not exactly too close to Kane to really have a proper look, but he doesn't defend the inside line. We absolutely launch it up the inside into turn one, nearly overextending the corner, just about keeping it on the track. And there we go, moving up into P4. And now we need to really attack over the next two laps to hold on to this position, which we did. Thankfully, Kane never really had an opportunity to go for an overtake after that. And it's a fantastic drive for us. If we can bring it home, one more corner left to go. I'm going to have to leave in a security-driven car, though, because the Tifosi are not going to be happy that I took away that P4 from their Ferrari man. But for me, through the final corner, it's been an absolutely fantastic race, and the first race this season that I can actually say I got this result on pace. A lot of the other races, we've been lucky through safety cars and all that other stuff. We had a spin. We still came out in P4 and we finished in P4. This was the first race we did on pace, and just look at how much it means to me this race. So the sweat patches are a little bit embarrassing there, but a good day in today's race. We're very happy with that. P4, my teammate P3, 8 seconds up the road. I feel like P3 was out of the question still, even without that spin. But looking at the drivers' results after today's race, and it is Davy Lee who takes the race win. It's really hotting up in that championship battle. Of course, the two championship contenders now in Williams. So Williams looking like they could be a constructors' rivals for the rest of the season. Jim Wong finishing in second, Mark, my teammate, in third, and myself rounding out in fourth. We also have our old teammate Kane in P5, so good for him. And unfortunately, no Dirk Chocolate or Alex Bud. Alex Bud not racing in today's race, and Dirk Chocolate just not making it into the points, unfortunately. Looking at the Drivers' Championship then, after the Italian Grand Prix, Davy Lee now leading the way with that race win. 8 points ahead of Jim Wong, with Weasel in P5. P3 looking like he might get involved in that championship battle. We're holding on to P4 at the moment. We've got a fair amount of points over Dark, but we need to be aware of those guys catching me up later on in the season, so we do have to be aware of that. And looking at the Constructors' Championship, a lot of points difference between us and Williams, but there are still a fair amount of races to go. We can easily get back in this championship battle, but for now, good news, we are into P2, a solid result for both me and Marken, and we go again next week at the Japanese Grand Prix, and we will see what we can do. But that is it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new around here, and of course, as always, check out the series live over on my Twitch. But until next time, have a great day. Goodbye from me.